Hello everyone, Bone Harvester here. In this video we will examine 7d5 move and just a quick remind. In our last video we inspected 8 bishop g4 move and these moves side variations. Now 7d5, e takes d5 and knight d4 move in Traxler attack, and knight d4 is strongest move in this opening for black and also it's most popular answer for black. So keep start quickly. Knight d4, we are playing d6 here. After queen d6, knight f7. Knight f7 is very good move because attacking e5 move, attacking queen and threatening with run away from g5 square. And wall of game, f7 knights always attack e5 pawn. It's meaning e5 pawn always be under pressure. And now queen c5 is best move here, but if queen e7, you can keep this variation on your mind. After c3 is good move, and with the idea queen h3, this is an unusual side variation, not very popular, but some players are trying. For example, if he forgot its own variation, sometimes they are playing queen e7, queen c5. Let's take a look on main variation, d3, and now we have 3 moves here. Let's start from bishop g4, attacking queen, queen d2, bishop h4, knight c3 and b5, attacking bishop. b4 we are attacking queen, and now queen e7, after of course bishop b3 and knight d5. Now after queen e3, queen e7 and bishops, also knights, they are very dangerous. Look, white king's position and black's minor pieces position. Black king is under very pressure, strong pressure, and white must very careful in this variation. That's because white must learn how to play in this variation. Also you have to remind minimum 50 moves from your mind. So bishop takes d5. We are taking bishop because bishop needs to be go f3 for defensive position. Queen f6, king g1, and after bishop e2, mate on threatening with mate on f1, threatening with mate on f2, as you can see. Now bishop will be lifesaver. Bishop f3, bishop f3, queen e3. Now we can defend here, and we can defend f1 too. Yes, these are not very important because these are computer engine moves, but I just wanted add here because just learning some ideas how to play, how to I don't know how to say, just learning how to play some ideas and which position is maximum black can reach or white can reach. This is very deep engine analysis, and very deep engine analysis says this position is white's most strong position, and this position is also black's most strong position in this opening, in this variation. Okay, as you can see, 2 rook for queen, 2 minor pieces for rook. In this position, in my opinion, white has clear winning position, but just this pawn structure is looks very weak. Queen can take these pawns, and after that game little bit be difficult for white. Just you have to be careful this pawns. If you hold this pawns on game, white can win this game more easy. Okay, let's take a look side variation. Bishop g4, queen b2, and our moves. And now queen b6. It's possible with the idea castle queen side quickly. Bishop b5, knight d5, knight d5, queen c6, and f7 knights. Return game and take on e5, queen d5, knight takes g4, castle queen side, and now as you can see f file is looking very dangerous. Minor pieces are dangerous. White is under very big pressure. Bishop b2, queen f8, rook g1, rook a8 with the idea sorry, mate on g3, knight e3, blocking rook's way, queen d7, bishop takes d4, queen takes d4, c3, bishop b6, and d4, blocking bishop's way. And if bishop g5, white can play knight e5 here and trading queens because white's exchange up. Okay, this is a side variation. Yes, I want to show something. If queen takes this pawn, what will be happen? Let's take a look quickly. Queen takes b4. It's completely losing, I remember, but I forgot variation. Queen takes b4 and angel says knight takes b5 or rook b1. Rook b1 better in my opinion, because after that we can take bishop b5. Yes, rook b1, queen c5, rook c5, knight c5, and knight. Yes, this is the position. If queen takes on b4, white is more relaxed, might has more relaxed position. After bishop b3, bishop b2, knight can take on e5, and after that queen f4, everything going to be very good for white. Okay, let's take other variations. Take a look at other variations. And now we inspected bishop g4 here. Let's take a look. Bishop h4 right now. Bishop h4, b4, queen e7, knight d2, and trying to protect e4 because queen e7 threatening e4 right now. b5, bishop b3, e4, e5, e4, and d takes e4, knight takes b3, a takes b3, queen f7, and knight f3. After knight f3 move, the game is completely better for whites. In my opinion, white pieces, black pieces not positioned very well for attacking white king, and white can develop its own pieces from good squares. That's because it's better for white. It's more playable than other variations. I prepare a long variation here. Let's take a look. What's the game plan and which position is best position for white, reachable position or black. It's computer engine's variation. Computer engine shows us how to play. Yeah, this is the last variation. In my opinion, it's enough to learn to remind 50 moves around, for example. here. It's very nice opening knowledge for human players. If you are very strong competitive player, then you have to learn more variations, more deep variations. Okay, let's take a look side variation. In bishop h4, b4, queen e7, knight d2, b5, bishop b3, and instead of e4 here, black can play knight takes b3, e takes b3, e4. Now it's nearly similar position with bishop h4's main variation, but little bit different. Bishop g4, knight f3, because white want to trade queens. King f7, d takes e4, rook f8, and queen takes b5. Here is enough for reminds, because queen has nice diagonal, bishop can develop good squares, and rook has nice ways, very active. It's nearly equal, but white has pawn up, also exchange up. Let's take a look how computer plays this position. Knight take a4, queen e5, trying to exchange queens, queen d7, bishop e3, bishop f6, and giving exchange here. And after that everything is okay, as you can see for white. After king g1, two minor pieces, two rooks, queen. White is pawn up, also has pawn majority on queen side, and I think a7 can drop easily. If a7 drop, game is clear win for white. If a7 not drop, if black can defend e7, this position is again winning for white, but little bit more difficult. But in my opinion, 3 pawn 3 pawn versus 2 pawn and queenside majority, it's winnable for whites. Bishop f5, and yes, computer played like that. So let's take a look and another variation. 11 e4, quick e4 right now, quick e4, and again b4 here. Now queen cannot capture because fork. Queen f5, d takes e4, knight takes e4, g4. As you can see, queen come f5 for with threatening intermediate attacks. D takes e4. White cannot play intermediate attack because white can take queen. Knight takes e4 and g4. Again, white's blocking black's intermediate attacks with threatening queen. Queen cannot take g6 because after queen g6, queen g4, it's meaning queen trades and exchanging queens, and that's a very bad idea for black, because black must try to attack king or queen. Queen g6, h3, defending g4, exchange on e6, and now I like this move really so much. Queen d7, king d7, and knight e5. This position win for white right now, but let's see a long variation how computer engine played. Blocking bishop's way, exchange, check, bishop b4, and right now 4 pawn, knight versus rook, in my opinion completely winning this position. So this is everything about 7d5 move and black's answers against 7d5. And I like every variations in except bishop g4 variations, because after bishop g4 white has uh, some problems for human play, because computer engines play chess like a machine because they are machine, but we humans are cannot play as like machines. That's because these variations are very problematic for white. uh, I advise you study these variations deeply, because you have to feel yourself ready for facing with these strong variations, and um, facing with strong pressure on king. And after that, as you can see, here is okay, it's playable until here, but after these variations, here is very difficult, and after that I'm sure computer can play this variation, but this pawn structure is hanging and queen is active on center. This is very difficult to play for white, but if you think so, I can play these variations. Its meaning Traxler attack is no chance against you. You can play against these variations Traxler attack. I hope you like these variations. This is everything about Traxler attack and how to play with white. Uh, Thank you for watching. See you later in next videos.